What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and of course we are coming back today with more danchro, and we just got some new missions in. Funny enough, these were supposed to drop like 2 days ago. I don't think they actually made the missions publicly, like, I guess, available or accessible, but all these are going to be cumulative from when the event started back on the 12th. So let's talk about these real quick. So it says here, the 1.5 anniversary all users cooperation mission has begun as of 2/12, like I said, but I don't think this actually updated until this morning. By the way, for those of you that are like new at the game, or for those of you that are maybe re-rolling or returning to the game or whatever, basically anybody that's got a newer or just underdeveloped account, these are going to be really good for you, and I'll explain why here in a moment. But first things first, let's talk about this. So, the All Users Cooperative Campaign is a mission where everybody who loves danchro will work together to tackle missions. Basically, it's just a whole group effort. Everybody's going to be working towards this, right? By completing missions during the campaign, you will receive 10 regular gacha tickets as a reward for each mission. Now, don't discount this. While that doesn't sound phenomenal, it actually is really good for you. So here it is. The cooperative missions for all users have, basically, there'll be 4 types of missions, so you can get up to 40 tickets. I really wish there's a 5th one with 50 tickets, but there's so many ways to get tickets right now. Just 40 is plenty. Like, trust me, it'll work out. So, all users cooperative missions. Remake battle items, play battle arena, defeat Antares, and play the abyssal exploration. So how does this work? Well, we'll start from the bottom here, because that's kind of the lower number, right? So, and here's how many we've completed so far. So the total number of abyssal exploration plays to 200 times. We currently have 26,000, so we're already like well over a tenth of the way there. That's a great start. That is phenomenal. So let's keep that going. You just got to play abyssal exploration. It's a really easy one. I say easy one. It's a you know, like the low levels and the medium levels, you should be able to auto run those. Last time they were a little tricky. You should be able to run them this time, hopefully. We'll talk a little bit more about that, and we'll drop a whole video on that subject, but shouldn't be too hard. Next one up there, total number of Antares defeats, 6 million. As you can see, we're literally 1/3 of the way there. We're at 1.9 million already. And I'm guessing when it says Antares defeats, more likely what it's talking about, if we go over here to the current event, and we go to boss battle. In fact, I have like 1,900 tickets up there, so we'll burn some right now. So if you go to Boss Battle EX, literally just skipping these or running the event will do it. So for me, I just burn these 98 runs that I got chilling, and bam, should add 98 to the list. Now, I don't think it will. It'll update periodically, so it's not like a live count. So later on tonight, it'll update to add in the nearly 100 runs that I literally just did. But that should just be that. Like, that's super easy. Total number of battle arena plays exceeds 1 million, and we are once again a little over a tenth of the way there. Right now with battle arena, there's all the reasons in the world to run this. Let's talk about this real quick, because there's an option in here in battle arena. Let's just go ahead and fight. I know it's a gimme fight, but we'll do it anyway. This one right here. Okay. I haven't even updated my team in a while. I really need to go modify my team a bit. But nevertheless, let's just keep this team going, right? So there is the 5 times match option here, and basically that'll just amass 5 times the number of rewards. I feel pretty confident about this run, so let's go ahead and run this real quick. I don't think I'm going to lose it. But with the 5 times the runs, unfortunately, that doesn't seem to, or in when it comes to missions and things like that, it doesn't count. It still counts as 1 run. You just get 5 times the rewards. So, yeah, like I said, this was going to be a kind of a, I don't want to say a no-brainer, but kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah. And I don't even have the new Artemis on here. I really need to put her on the team somewhere. Probably need to get rid of Belle or something and put her on there. There we go. So, not much of a fuss. So, yeah, like, basically, I'm going to come up with the 5 times the rewards. But as far as I'm aware, ooh, we're diamond rank now, too. That's nice and all, but as far as I'm aware, that still is only going to count for one run. And even on the general missions, like all the missions that we have on our normal missions panel, that will only count for one. So what that basically did is that burned 5 of my tickets up here. As you can see, I'm now down to 5 out of 10, but at least I get some good rewards for it. Now, we do have a lot of battle arena tickets that we can farm, that we were getting all over the place now. So whereas before, where I was like, okay, 5 times rewards wasn't worth it, right now I'm sitting at 254 tickets. Like, it'd probably be worth it once, twice a day if you have a fight that you're pretty confident you can win. Just do bear in mind that that's only for rewards at the moment, and I hope they fix it one day, but at the moment that doesn't seem to count towards your missions. So as far as the missions go, that would really, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware and as far as I expect, only count for one defeat. So we're now at 1,015.84. Probably a lot more than that, but you get the concept. So finally, total number of battle item remakes equals 3 million. And we're not even remotely close, but that shouldn't be really much of an issue. And I expect that number to pick up over time. So for the remakes, and let's see, is it very specific about which item? Battle item remakes. No, it doesn't seem to be specific about what item. So if you go in here to upgrade, let's just grab any item. I don't know. I should have tons of... Let's grab, I'm pretty sure this one... let's go to remake, the remake tab. I don't, but you know, it is what it is. It definitely could use some modification. So if I don't have the item up top, I can use those hammers, but let's go see if there's an item that I do have. Oh, you know what? The little, the Valentine's cakes. I do know I have a bunch of those. So yeah, 86 of them, in fact. So I can just auto select 10 of them, hit remake, and that's immediately going to count for 10 remakes on the other thing. I don't think it's specific to the current event. I think any remake will do it. So go check your items and check for rewards. Now, here's the deal, guys. There are certain rewards here that are worth more than others. So right now, I have 7% dex, 5% strength, and 1% strength. My current characteristics are all the way down there. So endurance. So yeah, we've got a bunch of gold over here, so I could probably be pretty good for that. But if I'm honest here, what you're really probably looking for are the characteristics that are specific to the item. So let's go ahead and grab this and do another refresh here. So if you go to characteristics here, it'll list all the characteristics, and really that first one up there, the one that kind of looks like a sword, it says Adventurer possesses the Sweet Infatuation Operation Valentine's Day. When using the battle item, 10% increase in normal attack damage to your unit. That's really the best of the best. Like, usually you're looking for that, and obviously the rainbow item is going to have more effect. So you see that's 10%, the gold's 9%, and it kind of drops off from there. The silver's 5%, so on and so forth. Now, that's not the only one there. Obviously, we do have the strength buff, which is next to it. That's a little like raised fist. You have the hat, which is magic. Shield, which is defense, and the other hand, which is dex, which apparently I needed to spec into a little bit. So on and so forth. So we can just keep going. Let's do another round of 10 here. And obviously I've got quite a few more to do. Let's see if we can get a rainbow characteristic. Boom. Okay. So here we have a rainbow strength. So that's not too bad. That's actually a modest improvement. Now, here's the deal, guys. You see these little locks over here? There are ways you can lock down these attributes. Like I could click that and lock that down and then, save that. But I need the Goib locks. And unless I'm mistaken here, I don't think we have received any free-to-play. For the longest time, they've kind of been just kind of locked behind a paywall. So let's see. If I click remake here, it'll say I need 10 Goib locks, and I have none. Because I haven't bought any. So at the moment, I wouldn't actually be able to do that. But we can do another remake here and just see if we get anything. And then you could just kind of make a distinction how you want to handle that based on the attributes that you desire to have on this. So one more attempt. And I have a magic stat, but I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of like the strength stat, though. 5% increase to normal damage. we'll do it. Why not? So we did get the event characteristic. That's that top one there. We do have a 10% magic increase, which is quite nice. But obviously, I kind of want to continue building that. I think we can do better. Now, let me go once again tell you why this is such a big deal. And I'm going to kind of harken back to the new missions that we received. If we go over here to Daily Quest and go to Growth Quest, remember the Growth Quest requires that you run this with a max limit broken unit. And one of the big gripes that I heard about this event, and it is a very fair gripe about this event, is that some people just don't have all the max limit broken units to run it. And that is quite fair. That is the most fair assessment that I can imagine for this. So here's the deal, though. 4 of those tickets are basically, if we go here into the gacha and go down to the regular gacha, that's this event right here. So I have 104. So after this, I will actually have about another almost 150 of these, and 200 of those. We go in here to the exchange, whereas I've got 480 right now. 200 of those will actually get you a ticket where you can just select whatever unit you want. I have been holding on to these. I haven't decided what unit I want yet. We're going to do another round of summons before I finally make my decision, but then we're going to start maxing out units left, right, and center. And the reason that I kind of say that is because for me personally, not only that, actually, and I do want to mention this, the regular panel missions up here have tickets. I know I haven't finished those. We need to get back to doing that. And sometimes there's tickets hidden in here as well. I think currently most of these, and we'll talk about these a little bit later, yeah, most of those are those tickets, and they do something a little bit different. Once again, I'll cover that on the next round of those mission videos. But those bronze tickets that are in the regular missions all go to that regular gacha. And that's the number one way, on top of just doing other summons, but the number one way that you're going to be able to max out units. So for me personally, if I go here into upgrade and I'm just looking at my general pool units, like obviously that yellow Gareth is maxed out. That green Eyes is maxed out. Ryu and Otaro both have 3. Leafy has got 2. I need 1 more in Bet. In fact, I might have 1 chilling in him. Let's go to Awaken, and I do. So Bet's maxed out. So basically, you can just amass these by doing those gacha tickets. So those of you out there that are newer at the game or haven't been, maybe you didn't play the game for a little bit or have re-rolled accounts or whatever and just don't have a bunch of maxed out units, this is a great opportunity to just go fill those units out. So like for me, Tiona, Finn, Lunar to a lesser extent. I actually might have an extra bond of her. Let's see. No, I do not. So I need 3 of her to max her out. Same with the yellow Leafia, who's a rock solid unit. Anya, I'd really like to max out. She's rock solid. Harahime, I'm certain has another bond that I can put in her. Yeah, there we go. So, just basically by running these regular gachas, you'll max these units out. So, I know that the growth challenge does seem unsurmountable at the moment, but they're giving us, honestly, and I criticize the game when the game deserves criticism. This is one place I think the game actually does really well. They give us enough of these tickets that your general pool units are easy enough to max out. Now, I do see a situation where by second anniversary, the vast majority of players are going to be very bored with these units that are already maxed out. I do have a plan for that. We will talk about that. Also, I have a really great way that they can completely bypass that, but that's a subject for another day. Go to your missions, guys. Go do all this stuff and get those rewards, not just for us, but for everybody playing. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.